welcome to Just Vibing Vibes. Welcome. Let's talk about Love Island tonight episode. I have decided to wosa. Mimii is not gonna cause me heart attack or just kill me before my time. I did not sign up for this. I just liked the girl, and now she's just doing my head like in or true. But I have no choice. I'm gonna support her. The first thing I realized in this villa is this: the boys don't hold themselves accountable. The girls don't give good advice. Like, they give shitty advice. Because Joey is standing with Sean and he's saying that, oh, I did nothing wrong. And Sean is like, of course you did nothing wrong. And then he's having a chat now with Sean and Ayo. And he's saying that he did nothing wrong. And they're like, yeah, you did nothing wrong. Like, seriously? And Jesse got a lot of pie because of Joey's antics. Like, are you guys even seeing what's happening? Apart from Josh's one that said that she's the opposite of him, the other two people pied her because of Joey. I know one of them is Josh, which made no sense. Completely no sense whatsoever, but it is what it is. Josh and Ruben, right? They were chatting about the kiss between Josh and Grace. And Josh is the one that asked the question. So that for me is like, oh, Josh saw the kiss between Ruben and Grace and he thought that, wow, this is hot. I want to also try. Because remember, Mimii and Josh finished kissing, and then it was then Grace and Ruben that was still kissing, and it was Grace and Ruben kiss that Jess was looking at. I know people on social media that say, oh, she's looking at Mimii kissing. No, if you look at the picture very well, you will see Grace and Ruben. And by that time, Mimii and Josh has finished kissing. I'm not saying that she's not Mimii cheerleader, but what's so wrong about liking Mimii anyway? Because I feel like it is overplayed now. I do think that, yeah, she does like sometimes, but at the end of the day, she likes the girl. Like, we all are still supporting her no matter how she moves. But as she moves in a way whereby it's embarrassing to her. And also to Josh, according to Josh is not wrong when he said that the way Mimii is moving is embarrassing him and is embarrassing Mimii too, because he's watched it outside and see that Mimii has embarrassed herself a little bit, and then she came back and then she's holding her own and everybody's like, okay. So he came in liking the girl from outside, thinking that he's going to focus on her, and he's tried to do everything well for her, all right by her. Yes, he does have his own. I feel like he doesn't see his own wrong too, because him kissing Grace, someone that is he would be interested to know if he did not have Mimii, which means that she's like number 2 on the list, just the next person after her. Then she's gonna kiss Ayo, which is the only other person that she would be interested to know if you were not in the villa and if Jess was not in the picture. In fact, with Jess in the picture, said she would still want to know Ayo. Let's be honest, if Josh never came, Mimii would have been, maybe after she cried for how long, I don't know what she would have done, graft Ayo, because Ayo is dead in it. Like, the way he's talking to the guys now, they've talked about it so much that my guy is like, no, I do not want her. It was there, we've done, that's the past. He is just so the way I would want Mimii to be. But then my girl Mimii is like, oh, there's still feelings there, there's still feelings. So I really do want her to have that chat that she wants to have on the terrace. I'm hoping that the chat is like, okay, we have feelings for, let's dead it, I hope that that's how it's going to be. Like, maybe ask him straight up, do you want to be with me? And if he said, I am enjoying what is happening with Jess, just straight up let him know. Don't try to understand. I know you say you read between the lines of what he's saying. Don't read between the lines. Let him spell it out. He can speak English. He went to school. He can communicate. He must communicate in that chat that you're going to have with him on the terrace. And let him spell it out, since you want to, you know what I mean? Because whatever you say with him, we all know it's going to go out. So you're going to look like a fool if you're forcing him to be in a connection with you, because he doesn't want to be. And if Ayo has to choose tomorrow in a recoupling, he's going to choose Jess again, and you're going to be like a double fool, because then Josh is not going to want to chase anything with you. So honestly, I feel like Mimii is actually doing herself a disservice. I cannot lie. Because I understand, like, okay, having feelings. Grace had feelings for Joey from outside. She came in, I'm sure Grace came into Love Island because of Joey. And she was there. Everything was sweet at first. And then Joey decided to give her one. And my girl stood on business. You think it's not hard for her? We all know that she brought Blade back to make Joey jealous. But guess what? She never fooled. Guess what? She never let him know that she wants him to be jealous. That's just what I want from Mimii. Like, if you're gonna fake it with Josh, just fake it. But fake it for this whole, just rub it on Ayo's face all through, and then leave the villa. And then if you don't like Josh, there will be 100,000 people ready to be with you. Just, or you find your right man and then you watch yourself. I feel like all these shows to watch yourself for reflection, to see what was this rubbish that I was giving and you were eating it up. You need to see this so that next time when you date someone in real life, you're not going to fall into that pattern again, because there's a pattern. And that's why she's been in situationship, because Ayo is a clear situationship that started with her being number one, and somehow she's been number two. That's why she is always in situationship, because the way people date these days is that they start from already kissing and doing things before they now ask to be boyfriend and girlfriend. So she never gets to the boyfriend and girlfriend stage, because the way she sells herself short. Or maybe she likes trauma bonding. She always, sometimes some people, like a mental health nurse and all that stuff, maybe she wants to always help people. So it's like, oh, this guy will be better. She keeps seeing potential. You see, in life, you cannot date guys because of potential. You need to date the person that the potential has already manifested. Not, oh, he has a potential. So she's seeing a potential of Ayo being, nah. He's not. There's no potential there. Like, you have to date the person that has passed that potential state, that the potential is now a manifestation. That's the person you be with. Anyway, let me just talk about this thing. So, the whole Snug marry pie thing. Connor chose Lolly to Snug. He said it was their first kiss. Mimii to marry, and he pied Grace. I was surprised he married Mimii, considering like how he's always like, oh, it's natural. I guess he sees that Ayo is with Jesu. Everybody saw it on Kasama was saying that, oh, the connection, and they forgot that Ayo actually was like that with Mimii in the beginning. Let's start there. I think that's where she's stuck at. She's stuck at, oh, it was so good at first, and she's trying, like, people that become drug addicts, the first time they take it, the high that they get, they try to get that high again, but they never get that high because it can never be as good as it was the first time, and that's how they become addicts. That's what is happening with Mimii. The first few days was so good, so she's trying to get it back to there. It's never going to be that. It's done and dusted, but she doesn't know. Now she's an addict of Ayo. Okay, so Sean chose Matilda to Snug, top kisser. I'm like, oh, my top snugger. Like, that whole thing is like, I'm telling you, if Sean is like a swinger in a swinger relationship, he's gonna be that kind of guy, like, oh, you see, my wife is the best, you know what I mean? Or gives the best head or something like that. He's gonna be announcing it. You know what I mean? He just feels so good about this snugging thing, and it's ridiculous. He feels like a child. I can't lie to you. He married Nicole and Pie Jess. And then Ruben snug Grace. Married Mimii and Pie Jessie. That whole pie, Jessie thing, I did not understand. I think it was a cop-out anyway, but who would he pie anyway? He pied Jessie. He gave a reason. The reason was okay. And then Kieran snug Nicole. Married Matilda to pay back Sean for marrying Nicole. And then he pied Lolly because Lolly saw that he was in a committed relationship, like, you know what I mean? And then she still chose him. I agree to that pie, honestly. What was the reason of that? She was trying to cause him trouble. Joey snug Nicole. He married Jessie. He said because he is strong, confident, and real. I'm like, guy, you're not strong. Neither are you confident, and you're definitely not real. And then he didn't pie Grace because he's pied her multiple times. Like, this guy just wants to get under Grace's skin. And honestly, I think, people are saying that, oh, Josh is playing the game because he's coming from outside and he's just meeting Mimii. We all like Mimii. Mimii is doing things that, trust me, I would have been off her. But we're still, trying to vote for her still, no matter how she's moving mad. It's because we like Mimii. And there are guys out there that are watching me from TV that wants to treat Mimii well. Because at first, remember, we do not even know that she also likes to trauma bond, like be with someone that ain't shit. So mind you, when he went in, he's just thinking, oh, she's not gotten the right this thing, I'm going to give that to her. There's so many guys out here now that would love to have an opportunity with Mimii to treat her like the queen that she is. So let's talk about that. So at the end of the day, I feel like Jessie is just sticking with Joey because she wants to continue in Love Island and get to the finals. Joey has done so many questionable things that, let me tell you, Jessie does not look like a doormat. She does not sound like a doormat. She does not speak like a doormat. She would not take quarter of what Joey is doing. But she knows why she's taking it, because she needs to be there. She has a plan. So these are the people, even Matilda, taking a lot of shit from Sean and all those Casa Amor thing. And you can even see the way she talk. Oh, I like the way it's going. She is doing this because she needs to stay with Sean and to get to the finals. So yes, People are being strategic inside that villa, but no, it's only the one that has to do with Mimii that you guys see. I think it's also because colorism. Most time people want to say, oh, Josh is not interested in Mimii, he's interested in Grace. No, he's not. Grace pulled him for a chat. He even made it clear to Grace, even in that chat and that speech that he gave, that she's number 2, straight up. He made it clear that she's number 2. And we all see the effort he's putting, but Mimii is kind of pieing him and is just like he can't take it anymore. I wouldn't lie. Like, I'm not saying that what he did was 100% cool, but I would have done worse. Unless I would have just been done with her. Like, I don't know how to take embarrassment. I cannot. So my pride is just too big. And I feel like it's his pride. Guys from South London, you want him to be embarrassing himself over a girl on national TV. Are you serious? Josh, Snug, Grace, says she's attractive. His attention would have been open to her if he was not with Mimii, but blah blah blah. And then he married Mimii. He gave a good reason, and then he pied Jessie because she does not have Joey's back. I feel like that was a stupid reason. I've talked about that before. And then Ayo snugged Jess as he should, and it was a good snug, just right in front of Mimii. I wish they just snug all the time right in front of Mimii so that she can get into her head. And then he married Mimii. He said when they were like, oh, does Jess feel away? Jess said she will marry Mimii as well. And I see people on social media trying to say, I will marry Mimii as well. And if I was in the villa with the person that Mimii was with, I will still marry Mimii as well. So can you guys rest? And then Pie and Jessie. So I feel like that was also, he said, oh, because Jessie was saying that Ayo maybe does not feel the same way for Jess and all of that stuff. That was his reason that he gave. And then the girls, Nicole, Snug, Kieran, married Connor, and Pie Joey, said that kiss he gave her a very low score during the kiss challenge, and his kiss is like -1. Then Matilda, Snug, Sean married Kieran, and then Pie Joey. Joey got a lot of pie. I feel like for the girls it was Jessie that had the most, and then for the boys it was Joey that had the most. Grace had a few too though. And then Lolly, Snug, Connor married Sean, Pie, Ruben. And then because Ruben makes too much noise, yeah, Ruben is very bubbly, so someone that is not a morning person will feel away. And then Grace, Snug, Ruben, Mary, Connor, Pie, Joey, hard, like a hard one. And yes, I like the fact that she went to Josh and then left Josh and go to Ruben. I would say that Grace and Ruben stay shaky, but I feel like she likes Ruben now. I can't lie to you. I can see that she actually likes Ruben now. And then Jessie, Snug, Joey, Mary, Connor, and then Pie, Ayo. Yeah, she had to buy 3 people pied her, so she has to choose Mini, money more. Jessie said that Ayo could have been nicer to Mimii in Kasamo because she was there with her, and how Mimii was excited to come back to him. And when he came back, he didn't even apologize. I'm surprised that Mimii should have pied Ayo. By the way, let's talk about that. It was Ayo that she should have pied. Maybe she should have kissed Ruben. That would have been better. Just saying. And then Jess, Snug, Ayo, marry Connor, Pie, Joey. Mimii, Snug, Ayo, marry Josh, Pie, Sean. I feel like she wanted to do 1-1, but she also wanted to snug Ayo because she likes Ayo. I feel like Josh saying that is not a similar thing. I've said that already. Sean is shit staring, but at this point, honestly, this was the first time I'm like, just shit stare enough. I just want to get to the end of this, like the end of it. And Ayo was being straight up, and then he has a chat with Josh and he explained everything and said that it is dead. But Mimii does not think it's dead. She had a chat with Josh and she's saying that she needs to have a conversation with Ayo, and Josh, that whatever you need to do, just do it quick. And he feels like, you know, I mean, he cannot continue this for a long time. And Ayo is like, don't, I see how you treat her and all of that stuff. So Ayo is actually done. I don't think Ayo will go back to Mimii, honestly. So I can't wait for that whole chat. So Mimii then went up to the terrace, and the person she has to ask to call Ayo was Joey. I feel like she should have maybe tried Kieran. Kieran would have been a better person. But anyway, she chose Joey. Joey is walking around the villa. Ayo is going that way. I feel like Joey is going to meet Ayo now. She's there, and then they ask us, okay, Matilda has the chat with Jess when she told him that Mimii is saying that she's open to know Ayo. And Sean thinks that Ayo is actually more open to know Mimii. I feel like Ayo is open to know Mimii because he felt like Mimii was not that into him. And at this point, it's not that he doesn't want Mimii, but he knows that Jess will not take it from him. He likes a good triangle. But then if a girl holds him to account, then he has to behave. So because Jess is going to hold him to account, she's not a doormat like Mimii was. So he knows that he cannot try that, because if he does that, then he will lose Jess. So, and he doesn't want to lose Jess. So that's the problem. That's the thing. But yeah, it is what it is. Now Mimii waiting for Ayo, and Joey just walking around like aimlessly. I don't know what to do. So that's that for tonight episode. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I just want that conversation between Mimii and Ayo to be done. I feel like it's not going to be as bad as it seems now. That's what I think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye bye.